Hey everyone. I just wanted to give you an update on excuse me, how my MFM appointment went. Uh so today is Saturday, December 1st, and my appointment was on Thursday. So I had to leave school. Well, I didn't leave school early. I left for the appointment from school. And my husband met me like kind of not halfway at all, but like on the way there. So we could go together because honestly, the hospital that I'm going to is extremely far and extremely busy. For those of you that live around here, it's U of M in Ann Arbor, which is like the best around, but it's so far. For me, I mean, it's not like overly far. It's like an hour and a half from my house. So we drove there and waited for our appointment, and we met with a medical student first who took like all of our like information on like past experiences, what we've been through. And then he asked, of course, when your last period is and blah, blah, blah. Well, then he went and he left, and then he came back later with the MFM, and she asked me pretty much the same questions. And she said that she's like hopeful because of my levels, my thyroid levels being in range now. Because she said with our last pregnancy this year, it's pretty obvious to her that was due to the Graves' disease. The fact that like the baby's heart rate and stuff. So she said they're gonna monitor the heart rate and check the baby for a goiter because I have Graves and I still have the antibodies, so the antibodies can cross the placenta and give the baby hyperthyroidism or Graves. So I don't she said that's what they look for, and if they see that in the baby, they will give me medication to help the baby. So because it crosses your placenta, the medication does too. But then we talked about my first loss, which was Emerson in 2016, which was completely different. Just a preterm labor and stuff. And she said she felt like that may not have been related to Graves' disease, but she wasn't sure. And it's really hard for them to like know for sure, obviously. But what we do know about that situation was that when I did have her and she passed away, we did have an infection in our placenta. So they're going to try to avoid that like they were last time. They're going to start with the progesterone shots, and that starts at 15 weeks, I think. And then those will be once a week. And they will do ultrasound cervical checks at, I think, starting around the same time. So kind of the same procedure as last time, except this time they're actually acknowledging my Graves' disease. And we did get to see the baby for a minute, just for a minute, because she wanted to check, because she, like the medical assistant or the medical student told her that he thought I was 4 weeks, and I said, oh no, I'm definitely closer to 7 or 8. And so they did a quick ultrasound and showed us the baby, and they estimated 7 weeks one day, and everything looks good so far. Just one baby, thank goodness, and good heartbeat. And so I suppose that puts my due date around July 15th. She did say that, or I voiced my concern about the drive and how I'm probably going to have trouble doing that as frequently as I'll need to be there. And the problem is that there's no U of M doctors near me that could work with the hospital, like just regular OBs. So she found one in Brighton, which is about 40 minutes closer to me, and which is also where my fertility specialist was, so I'm kind of used to driving there. And they said that those people would probably be willing to work with us, and like work with them and us together, like the MFMs, the OBGYNs work together, so I could go to Brighton for the most part unless there was a problem. Now the problem with that is that I called that doctor's office and the receptionist was like, well, we don't see high risk patients. Are you high risk? And I said, well, I don't really know, like at this point. So I had to call U of M back, and so I'm waiting on a call because U of M is going to call them back. So I'm not really sure like where I'm getting care at yet. I'm supposed to see the doctor in another 2 weeks. But as of right now, everything is fine. Definitely feeling the nausea, mostly at night. Other than that, I feel pretty good. But anyway, I'm going to try to stick a picture at the end of this, an ultrasound picture. And I guess that's really all I have for now. I will update you next week. I will be getting my thyroid blood work done, and real curious to see how that's changed without medications. So I will update you then and when I hear from my doctor. So until then, I'll talk to you later.